Hello everyone. Review. Well, the pump continues, the rally continues. Bitcoin breaks through the most important resistance level, 48,148,200. Yes, where the bear market started continues its rise. So let's say yes on the 4-hour chart. It's really cool to see the exit from this head and shoulders pattern. By the way, I want to note that this is a head and shoulders pattern. The neck level for it was this low, yes, that the entire market and all of crypto Twitter have seen before. Well, here we have a naturally legitimate formation with increasing volume. If we look at it, you can see that at the end of the second shoulder, there is a significant increase in volume, a long movement, and so the forecasts are very positive. Now let's analyze what is the main factor, what is the main catalyst for this movement. But before that, I wanted to tell you where we trade. We could trade on the Bybit exchange. It has the highest liquidity, the lowest commissions, free replenishment via P2P, and by clicking on the link in the description, you can get a $10 deposit bonus starting from with $100 and a huge $30,000 deposit bonus in a big $250,000. This promotion is soon covered by Bybit, so try to get to it. Referral code 63583. Come in. This is the best exchange for people with a Russian passport, and try it all. Naturally, the main catalyst for this growth is purchases from ETFs. It can be seen that the price their shares are growing. Now let's consider what kind of purchases are made with collateral of these launched ETFs on Bitcoin. Let me remind you that the price of gold, for example, with the launch on gold with 2004, let's go back here. In 2004, we launched this kind of movement. For some reason, it shows 4, but if you take it from the bottom, it will be about 7. Here they are, ours. It is clear that the purchase is significant. Let's remove the web, take a closer look with on February 12th, even with the start of a large, powerful purchase in Grayscale, is the biggest seller of Bitcoin. His collateral stopped doing it on such a scale, much reduced, began to sell off purchases, and the volume of inflows has increased tremendously. That is $500 million. This graph this is confirmed by the data from Grayscale. Yes, the fact that our inflows are much higher than outflows. In fact, it is clear who is buying it. It is being purchased. Companies are being acquired. Owners are using Bitcoin to fund their ETFs and funds. I was talking about that. We were trading sideways. We initially came here on December 4th in the range of 43900 to somewhere 40,000, yes, 40.200. But now on February 5th, a wonderful closing was observed in the week of 5. There was a wonderful ending to February over this range, much higher and naturally. There is a convergence average, so all factors suggest a continuation of this growth, even technical ones. Yes, that is, although we are quite overvalued by most indicators, but here is the 3-day MACD, like now it's tweeting on Twitter for the first time in a long time. Literally from September 25th in the year 23rd, it's accomplished. It's crossing over upwards, indicating growth. The histogram is green. What's the feature of this indicator, specifically MACD? Is that the 3-day period on MACD for the last 250 days did not show false signals. Yes, that is, this signal is true, this signal is legitimate, and technical factors here, as well as the fundamentals in terms of ETF purchases, suggest a further continuation of growth. Yes, that is, they're minimizing the probability of a correction. I wanted to observe that the cyclical patterns of Bitcoin are changing. Yes, the fact that the halving is quite near. Sorry for the extensive analysis, but it's here in April. But before or after it, there's usually some kind of correction. But now this isn't happening. A new round of the bull market is taking place beforehand. Yes, that is, bull markets typically occurred after halving, as it's known. Yes, that is, there's a period of consolidation and substantial growth following the halving. But at the moment, there's a lot of talk about a change in Bitcoin's cyclical nature because of such a huge factor as ETFs, which are pumping Bitcoin and its capitalization very significantly. Yes. Let's go back here and look at these charts. Yes, our total 3 is growing due to the fact that Bitcoin, just like an icebreaker, the rest of the cryptocurrency is also growing. Bitcoin itself is breaking the 3 trillion mark. Seems like it's aiming towards it. Let's mark it on the graph. There it is. There it is at 3 trillion, and we're striving towards it, towards a 3 trillion Bitcoin capitalization. But let's not forget we're in an uptrend. Yes, we hit the upper border very precisely. And locally, one can even see that the hit was very, very clear in this zone. We even found resistance here, joking on the Twitter that it's Bart Simpson. With that hairstyle, but that didn't happen. They were massively bought right here, and most likely this will. The movement will continue since a significant resistance level has been passed. A significant short sentiment zone has been passed. Yes, here 5 billion short positions were liquidated. Yes, on this enormous growth, of course. No one can sell more than the massive Wall Street giants will buy. Let's go back to our recommendations from previous reviews. This is AVA. ABA is doing great. It has indeed come from that day. And such large demand zones it came out have indeed proved legitimate for these increased significant volumes. It was a pin to the lower limit of the rising trend. Now the information of the descending wedge is confirmed. Long, yes, now such once an entry point, it will give very, very close attention. Because if you are not yet in a deal, because I am still in a deal with this cheerful trading a little in advance, we even got there significantly beforehand. This time you can take a breakout here, 204 hours into a breakout at the 9,136 level, because here there will be a significant exit from a descending wedge. Yes, let me remind you that there is potential for movement to the base of the wedge. Yes, in the area of 100, in the area of 100 pava, of course. In the ordinary market there and above are possible codes. Yes, everything here is also long. It's nice. I especially pulled out a MACD for you for Bitcoin. Everything is long and great. We tested the median by RSI. The histogram here of this one of my beautiful MACD, it is also long. The moving averages have rebounded, and this straight is also very important. When such a straight occurs, it is abruptly bought out, just speaks of increased interest in the token, suggests that we are likely to legitimately get out of this figure in the near future. In the near future Ether Classic, I still hold the position from the bottom on it. I really like the head shoulder. Wow, the primary, well, of course it was quite crooked. It was not worked out initially, but of course, because there was not enough volume and there was not enough legitimacy for this pattern. We have a channel of this kind, which he's confirmed very clearly, will return to high volumes, on increased volumes. It'll be returning. Higher up, of course, he has what is observed. There's a significant, let me show you the exit from the sideways trend. Yeah, we've got a big sideways trend. Yeah, a retest of it, a sell-off, a retest. Yeah, somewhere around 25 to 23. There's the area that's like the highs of this sideways trend. And of course, the exit from this sideways trend is predicted to be the same as on the link. The link is a cool idea too, naturally. In the deal, I'm still in it. There's nothing to talk about at all. Yeah, what's happening with him? He has one trader's exit, 2S on the trader's exit. I'm also waiting for the link. There, from 30 to 36 in general, updating these highs in the ordinary market. It's possible, but I wanted to say that Ether Classic provides an entry point into the near future. Yes, because there are formations here. Yes, something more or less like an ascending triangle. Yes, with a retest or a jump triangle. I mean, from this level, yes, from this level, yes, just the lower boundary, yes. This kind of trading rebound from significant levels allows us to find an entry point. Here close, yes, so keep a close eye on the market reasons. If both Ether and Bitcoin continue to grow, of course, Ether Classic will also grow significantly. Ether just wanted to show that it behaves stronger than Bitcoin, even stronger, more powerful, and it's not sold so much. In fact, I can see this on the chart. Ether BTC, yes. Ether Bitcoin ratio, there is also a prick to the bottom, a prick to this level. 51, a very legitimate level, which has been confirmed once, and of course right here. Well, here it's hard to judge anything by the indicators because it's more of not the price of something, just a ratio. But there are a lot of forecasts, including from JP Morgan, that this cycle Ether will show more significant advantages than Bitcoin. So yes, regarding Ether, it's just a superb image. Here, the most well-known ascending triangle, yes, an ascending triangle sometimes. The most interesting thing is that it had the same picture in the past. Here is 1-to-1, yes, an ascending triangle with deviation. But the deviation, came from the events of March 2020, yes, because of COVID. But in general, it was also an ascending triangle. The pretest takes off. Well, here the same picture is predicted in terms of technique, also cool. At the moment, the negative is still legitimate, still cool, because the highs are high, and the change from a downtrend to a sideways or upward trend, which also suits us, that also favors us, so to speak. And a funny recommendation, the last one. Let's dilute our serious reflections, so to speak. It's NMR. NMR, of course, there's a scary movement. Found a cup with handle or some kind of double bottom. There are generally awful patterns. Patterns are more or less legit because they come with volume confirmations, but you are on the way out. For a retest, here is a cool squeeze. Yes, the level is quite significant, quite visible. There has been a sell-off from it, but we still have ascending lines of interest, which is very cool. This speaks of a push to this level of a possible cross further on. Since globally we see a retest of the exit from a huge sideways trend on NMR, and such a kind of global colossal sideways trend that we passed through in May of 2022 can only tell us that we have something to fly up, so to speak. Yes, fuel, the rocket is fuel. Well, not to say that it is trash, but the recommendation is much riskier than it is. So lower your shoulders, guys. Look, profile, volume, and the output, all this will go up. So guys, you can even go up here. It's possible to consider it in a bull market, naturally look at it, possibly an entry point into this tightening, yes to a breakout of this level or to a retest, yes to a retest from 22, yes to expect here, expect some kind of long formation or a double bottom or a head. Lychees, there's a format like this, yes, something like that here. Most likely something should happen because there's something to take off here, and because there's a power of long players here. Thank you for your attention. All the best. Found a cup with handle or some